Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, but it's actually Friday. Well, it's actually the last day of the week, the work week, right? For me. How's everybody doing today? I felt like I was the only one on the road today. That's how I felt. But then I got to Wawa for my coffee, and it was like, all right, well, this is where everybody's at. So there's that. And I feel like I'm so close. I couldn't fix my thing that holds my phone. I was trying to mess with it. And hey Jacob, hey Nikki. Then I wanted to go live because I was taking too long to try and fix this thing, and I didn't want to have less than 15 minutes, which is what it looks like I'm gonna have now, but they'll be okay. So let's get right on into it. Yesterday was a big day. P. Diddy had his verdicts read, and he had his release denied, bond denied, and apparently the jury selection pool for every single case nowadays, I don't have much hope for humanity. It sounds really mean and ugly. Good morning, Cindy. Hey, Helena, Vanessa, MBS, Ricky-Lynn. Good to see you guys. You guys are the best. Every morning. Never fails. You're always here with me, and it makes my day. Thanks for being here with me. But I was thinking, because after P. Diddy, and then we got Brian Kohberger with his non-expression having freaking, yes, are you guilty? Yes. That was just, I don't even know what to feel. What do you guys feel about the Brian Kohberger stuff? Tell me, somebody, because I want to react to something. Because it's like, I don't even know what to feel. I was feeling all types of way. I was feeling mad, sad. I seen Steve Goncalves, and he was so upset. And then I seen him not even want to go into court. And look, you can see my reflection in my glasses. It's funny. But yeah, I didn't even really know how. I don't know how to feel today still. But after seeing Diddy. Did he confess? Did he confess? I guess technically he confessed. Like, I just don't. He pled guilty to everything. And it's weird. And I that's a good way to look at it. So let's think about it this way. Had they gone to trial, what if he would have gotten a jury that had Brian sympathizers in the jury? Because those do exist. People actually believe, and I'm not bad mouthing them, because I see why there's questions within the case. So I see why people have kind of. You think they ran out of money? But how? Okay, but how would they convince him to go with it, though? That's what I'm saying. And that's where all of the people that started to believe that Brian was innocent, I can see where the idea came from and where the process went in that direction. Because it's weird that he was able to pull all that off in such a period of time, whereas it just was such a quick time frame. It was I don't remember the exact time, but he supposedly took out 4 beautiful college children that were, good morning, Claire, healthy. They were mainly asleep except for poor Xana. Maybe he's protecting the others that helped. I don't think so. I just don't think so. But I could see why people kind of had an idea that he was guilty, or that he might have been innocent, and only because he didn't speak. And that's actually what makes me never go in the direction of him being innocent, because as an innocent person to an event or issue or court hearing or accusation, I don't care how soft-spoken you are or how it's hard to explain. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. I haven't even really fully had my coffee. But as an innocent person, in my opinion, first of all, when he was asked in the very beginning, when he got arrested, when he was asked, how do you plead? He didn't speak. So the judge entered a not guilty plea for him because that's the law. And therefore, he didn't speak. Which to me, it doesn't signify that he's guilty per se, but it doesn't signify that he's innocent to me, because a truly innocent person that is arrested and gets accused of unaliving 4 college students are going to say something. I mean, think about it. Like, you as a human, put 1 in the chat. If you were to get accused of something, let's say you happen to go to a party at a college frat house, and suddenly you're being accused of unaliving 4 people. Push 1 in the chat if, when you get accused, you would verbalize that you are not guilty. I mean, I feel like everybody would. Because, like, why would you sit there silently knowing that you didn't do it? Why would you accept the judge telling you not guilty for you when you could simply say it yourself? Exactly. And I would fight till death. I would fight until I didn't have a voice left. So for them to start the case this way, he clearly had some sign of guilt. I always felt like he had help, only because it really doesn't seem like he could have pulled all that off in such a short period of time. And then all the blood that supposedly was on the scene, where did it all go? But now that we heard the description yesterday, apparently he cleaned his vehicle so greatly that it was like it was taken apart. So, I mean, he was very calculated. He planned all this out. And I think I was watching the Interview Room, and he had... what's that doctor that always goes onto the lab? Dr. Gary. And Dr. Gary pointed out that on July 2nd, 1986 or 87 was the day that Ted Bundy was something to do with the sorority murders that he committed. God, I'm bad at words in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. It'll come to me. But there's a relevant date having to do with Ted Bundy, who clearly this man attempted to be. Like, what is he, Ted Bundy reincarnated? Like, what in the world? But obviously he was trying to become infamous for being a Ted Bundy wannabe. Do you think the judge will change his mind at any time? Just asking because I really don't know. No, he's not going to. He can't. He can't. He can't change his mind. Allegedly that was his first murders, but I don't think that it was. There was a couple of incidences nearby where like a dog was skinned or something, and who knows what he did in the Poconos. My ex-husband is from the Poconos. I think there's like a voodoo curse on the area or something, because my ex-husband was crazy and had like anger issues like that. He even submitted his plea on the same date Bundy did. That's what I mean. That's exact. See what I mean? He literally wants to be Bundy. And you know, that's the one thing, Dolly Vision, he said it from the very beginning, is that he was a wannabe serial killer. And he knows a lot of stuff about Bundy and BTK, who I guess this guy also tried to copy. But apparently he thought he looked like Bundy. You know what? I can just tell you now. I can totally see what happened. Like, one day he's walking down the halls in college or whatever, and somebody's like, oh my God, you look like Ted Bundy. And he was like, maybe I am Ted Bundy. And then he like literally envisioned the whole persona and then became the character. I mean, I don't know. That's far-fetched, because clearly this man's got issues and he's had issues all his life. But let me fast forward to that because I got to get to the point. I got to go into work. The whole purpose in my whole video today was like, sometimes you have to program your mind to think differently. And I'm like, think about it this way. With all of the jury decisions we've seen lately, P. Diddy yesterday, Karen Reed right before that, I'm starting to lose hope in humanity, honestly. And so I am actually starting to become thankful because I got to reprogram my mind. Because like I was saying, at first I was feeling sad, mad, angry, glad, whatever. I don't even know. But you have to reprogram your mind to think about it differently, to think clearly this most likely 99% happened for a purpose and for a reason. And it's probably for the best, because had he had a jury, he could have had people on the jury that refuse to believe that he's guilty, even though like he says he's guilty. So I am going to choose to reprogram my brain and think about it differently. Think about it as if, all right, this is over and done with. We don't have to hear about him no more. We don't have to make him infamous by making him Bundy Jr., you know, because clearly that's what he wants. And that's the thing about these internet troll people and internet and people within communities or that participate online. They always want attention. They always want something from you. And then if you give it to them, you're literally feeding into what they're asking. Like, I never understood how some channels or some people on here get so hyper obsessed with certain channels that are channels they allegedly don't like, or they don't like the person's behavior. But yet they sit around and watch it all and nitpick everything and point out everything and just continuously watch. And I just get, like, I start bashing my head on the wall. Like, I don't like this person's behavior. Why am I sitting here watching it over and over and over? It's just like, so you got to do something differently or else you're insane. You know what I mean? But with the court cases lately, like I said, I'm just going to program my mind to think differently. And I'm going to think things differently. Like, it worked out for the best. It worked out the way it was supposed to work out. The man is not free. Because, you know, if they had a jury and somebody on the jury convinced the other people that possibly he's not guilty and they voted not guilty, he would have never been able to been charged for those charges, because that's double jeopardy. And so, like, there's a slim chance, a teeny tiny eensy weensy chance of him possibly, you know, having a jury that would convict or not convict, and then he would have gotten off scot-free. So that chance is out the window now. He's locked up. He can't get out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. I can't. Sometimes I say words and it reminds me of a song, and then I just have to bust out in song. So, but there's enough people that seem to be pro Brian that I could totally see it with just how I've seen the cases go lately. And I hate that I feel like that, but it's like, he's put away now. So now we have no chance of him getting out. We have no chance of him being not guilty. We have no chance. I mean, clearly he's guilty of sin, and he's going to pay for his crimes by sitting in a 4x4. You know what I mean? But the way that I'm thinking is just like, I always want to go in a negative direction. You have to really train yourself to go a different direction. At sentencing, the plea could change, the judge says. So that basically means that he can't increase the charges, so he can't give him less than what, no, he can give him less. He can't give him more than what was, so he can't give him death penalty, which is basically what is higher up than what he got. I'm so negative right now. Yeah, I know. I get it. I mean, you have reason to be. It's very hard to forcefully think positively, especially when things have gone bad. I suspect he will be a mental health. No way. If he goes away to a mental health ward, I'm done. I'm completely done. Because he knows exactly. That is a true definition of a psychopath, in my opinion. And I'm not a psychiatrist. So, I don't think so. But you might be right. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. But I gotta run. You guys have a good rest of your day. Try to be kind to somebody, especially the customer service people. Oh, I know you're speculating. I know. But I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bicycle!